Have you ever felt like you're drowning, while everyone around you is breathing just fine? That moment when you look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back at you. Exhausted, defeated, a shell of who you once were. I see you there, lying awake at 3 a.m., your mind racing with everything you should have done differently. The weight on your chest so heavy it's hard to breathe. The smile you force when someone asks if you're okay. The way you've started avoiding your own thoughts because they've become your worst enemy. Maybe it's the career that's crumbling beneath your feet after you poured everything into it. The relationship that fell apart despite your best efforts. The dream that keeps slipping further away, no matter how desperately you chase it. The constant feeling that everyone else has figured out this thing called life, while you're still struggling with the basics. That hollowness inside you. I've felt it too. That voice telling you you're not enough, not worthy, not capable. I've heard it too. Rock bottom has a strange way of introducing you to yourself. But what if I told you that your darkest moment isn't your final chapter? What if the fire that's burning everything you thought you were is actually forging who you're meant to become? Today I'm going to share 8 lessons I learned from the flames. 8 truths that transformed me when I was at my lowest. 8 principles that can pull you from the ashes and help you rise like a phoenix. This isn't just motivation. This is transformation. Lesson 1. Your struggle has a purpose. Most people run from pain. They numb it, hide it, deny it exists. But pain is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. When I lost everything, my business, my relationship, my health, I spent months asking, why me? Wrong question. The moment I started asking, what is this teaching me? Everything shifted. Your struggle isn't random. It's not punishment. It's preparation. That rejection letter. It's redirecting you to something better. That failure. It's showing you what doesn't work so you can find what does. That heartbreak. It's creating space for someone who matches your worth. The fire doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to reveal what can't be destroyed. Look at your scars. Really look at them. Each one is evidence that you were stronger than whatever tried to break you. Your wounds become wisdom when you stop hiding from them. So stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, why is this happening for me? Because one day you'll look back and realize your darkest hour gave birth to your greatest power. Lesson 2. Reinvention requires demolition. Here's the truth nobody tells you about transformation. Before you can become who you're meant to be, you have to let go of who you've been. We cling to old identities, outdated beliefs, comfortable limitations. We say things like, that's just how I am, or I've always been this way. Says who? Who decided that your past defines your future? Who made the rule that you can't completely reinvent yourself starting today? I remember sitting in my car at 3 a.m., completely broken. Years of building an identity around achievement, around what others thought of me. And when it all collapsed, I had no idea who I was anymore. That emptiness, it wasn't the end. It was a blank canvas. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, that was the old me. I'm someone else now. Your history is not your destiny. Your patterns are not your prison. You can burn it all down and start again. Demolition before renovation. That's the law of transformation. Lesson 3. Discomfort is the currency of growth. Let me ask you something. When was the last time real growth happened inside your comfort zone? Never. The answer is never. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Comfort is the prison we build for ourselves, decorating the cell so nicely we forget it's still a cell. We've been taught to avoid discomfort at all costs, to run from it, to medicate it away. But what if discomfort isn't your enemy? What if it's the only path to becoming who you're meant to be? The butterfly doesn't emerge without the struggle. The muscle doesn't grow without the tear. The diamond doesn't form without the pressure. And you don't transform without embracing the discomfort of change. When I started rebuilding my life, every day felt like walking through fire. New habits, new thoughts, new environments. My brain screamed for the familiar, even though the familiar was destroying me. Discomfort isn't a sign you're doing it wrong. It's proof you're doing it right. So stop waiting until you feel ready. Stop waiting until it feels comfortable. Stop waiting for permission to change. The discomfort you feel today is the strength you'll have tomorrow. Lesson 4. Your thoughts create your reality. There's a war happening inside your mind every single day, and most people don't even know they're in battle. The average person has about 60,000 thoughts per day. And here's the shocking part. 80% of those thoughts are negative, and 95% are exactly the same thoughts they had yesterday. Is it any wonder why so many people feel stuck? They're planting the same mental seeds and expecting different results. I used to wake up every morning with a knot in my stomach. Before my feet even hit the floor, my mind was already spinning with everything that could go wrong. Everything I wasn't, everything I'd never achieve. And guess what? My life reflected those thoughts perfectly. Your mind is the most powerful technology on the planet, but you've been handed the controls without an instruction manual. What you focus on expands. What you believe becomes your reality. What you tell yourself becomes your truth. So let me ask you, if your thoughts were broadcast on loudspeakers for the world to hear, would you be proud of them or terrified? Start catching yourself. When the negative thought comes, and it will, don't fight it. Simply say, "That's an interesting thought, but it's not serving me. Here's what I choose to believe instead." Your life moves in the direction of your strongest thoughts. Choose them wisely. Lesson 5. Nobody is coming to save you. Let's get brutally honest for a moment. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your partner, not some guru or coach or mentor. There is no perfect moment waiting around the corner. No magical opportunity that will solve all your problems. No lottery ticket with your name on it. This was the hardest lesson for me to learn. I kept waiting for the right time, for more money, for someone to discover my potential and hand me the life I deserved. I was waiting for a rescue that was never coming. The moment I stopped waiting and started creating was the moment my life changed. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a creator of circumstance. You are not waiting for your turn. You are creating your turn. You are not hoping for a better life. You are building a better life. Stop waiting to be chosen and start choosing yourself. This isn't meant to discourage you. It's meant to empower you. Because once you realize that nobody is coming to save you, you can finally become your own hero. And that's when the real magic happens. Lesson 6. Your environment shapes your destiny. Look around you right now. The people you spend time with, the spaces you occupy, the information you consume. Is your environment nurturing your growth or facilitating your destruction? We underestimate how powerfully our surroundings shape who we become. Like water taking the shape of its container, you will inevitably conform to the environments you inhabit. When I was rebuilding my life, the hardest decision wasn't changing my habits or my mindset. It was changing my circle. Some relationships were comfortable but toxic. Some friendships were familiar but limiting. Some environments felt like home but were actually cages. You cannot become who you're meant to be while surrounded by people who want you to stay who you've always been. Your growth will threaten some people. Your evolution will confuse some people. Your transformation will lose you some people. And that's not just okay. It's necessary. Take inventory. Who lifts you up? Who drags you down? What spaces energize you? What spaces drain you? What information inspires you? What information poisons you? Your future is being shaped right now by the environments you choose. Choose wisely. Lesson 7. Action beats anxiety. Here's a truth that changed everything for me. You cannot think your way out of anxiety. You can only act your way through it. We live in the age of overthinking, planning, researching, preparing, analyzing. And while we're busy thinking about life, life is passing us by. I spent years paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong move, so I made no moves at all. I confused motion with action. Busy but not productive, active but not advancing. Clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. You don't need more information. You need more implementation. You don't need more strategy. You need more steps forward. You don't need more time. You need more courage. What one action have you been postponing that could change everything? What step have you been avoiding out of fear? The antidote to anxiety isn't certainty. It's movement. One foot in front of the other. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. Your fear will never go away if you keep waiting for it to disappear before you act. The only way through is through. So act. Now today, while you're afraid. Because of your fear, not despite it. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Start building. On Lesson 8. Your darkest moment can become your defining moment. There comes a point in every hero's journey where all seems lost, where surrender feels like the only option, where the darkness is so complete you can't remember what light even looks like. I've been there. Maybe you're there right now. Maybe you're feeling it right now. That bone-deep exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. The constant disappointment in yourself for not being further along. The shame of having to start over. The fear that maybe this is as good as it gets. Maybe you've tried everything. The self-help books, the meditation apps, the therapy sessions, the positive thinking, and you're still stuck. Maybe you've watched others succeed with seemingly half the effort, while you struggle to gain any traction at all. Maybe you've started to believe that some people are just meant for greatness, and you're not one of them. I know that feeling of being invisible in a crowded room, of smiling through the pain because explaining it takes more energy than you have, of wondering if anyone would notice if you just disappeared for a while. But what if this moment, this painful, unbearable moment, isn't your end? What if it's your beginning? Throughout history, the most extraordinary humans weren't those who never fell. They were those who fell, who burned, who shattered, and then used those broken pieces to build something beautiful. Your breakdown can become your breakthrough. Your wounds can become your wisdom. Your mess can become your message. The phoenix doesn't fear the fire. The phoenix is the fire. So let the flames consume what no longer serves you. Let them burn away the doubt, the fear, the limitations, the old stories, and from those ashes, rise. Not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be. This is your moment. This is your transformation. This is your rebirth. The fire isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. So what will you do with your flames? Remember, in the story of the phoenix, the burning is not the end. It's just the beginning. You are worthy. Worthy of love. Worthy of healing. Worthy of more. Worthy of a new beginning. Worthy to rise. This is your time. This is your story, and you're worthy to write it. Subscribe for more powerful motivation. Welcome to worthy to rise.